Jeep.
Nick Fury making his way to the ring as match number 2 is getting ready to go. Nick Fury will be facing a rather large task as he takes on a longtime former NWA star, a star throughout the Southeast, formerly known as Jimmy Golden Bunkhouse Buck.
Danny, this match has, wow, what can I say? This could be a massacre. Did they call this massacre on Bill Street or anything like that?
Massacre on North Church Street, it was billed, and there have been plenty of them, although not in wrestling rings.
I tell you what, Bunkhouse Buck, one of the last NWA Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champions, one of the last Mid-Atlantic heavyweight champions of record. He defeated Colt Steele in Morganton, North Carolina, also in Denver, North Carolina, and was never defeated for that title. And
as far as we know, that title's still vacant.
And yes, that is correct, Danny. And for what we know, he's in the ring with Nick Fury, and this is a battle of a heavyweight and a cruiserweight.
That is correct. You know, Nick Fury's put up some game battles in the past. He's probably facing the biggest high-profile match of his entire career, though, as he takes on Bunkhouse Buck.
Danny, win or lose, he will learn, gain a lot of education from being in the ring with a crafty veteran like Bunkhouse Buck.
No doubt, no doubt. You know, Bunkhouse Buck is not going to, what he's going to do, he's going to try to ground Nick Fury. He's not going to put up with all this flying around the ring like Nick usually likes to do in his matches. Bunkhouse Buck, in fact, is going to probably try to go into basic wrestling and throwing out the rule book as well.
I've refereed Jimmy Golden, as we've said. His stage name, character name is Bunkhouse Buck. That's the name that he's wrestled at for years now.
Well, in Tennessee, at times, he still goes back to Jimmy Golden sometimes, and
teams with his nephew, Eddie Golden.
Yeah, that's correct, and has also been known to join forces with Robert Fuller a couple of times in Tennessee, Alabama, parts of Georgia, and places like that where their old stomping ground.
Right, to create a famed team known as the Stud Stable.
That is correct, and right now Nick Fury's on the mat. He's being somewhat grounded.
It's excellent strategy by Buck. Like you said, Fury will take to the air if he can. High-flying maneuvers is what we expect out of him, but if Buck can keep him on the ground, on the mat, then Fury won't be able to fly quite as effectively.
That is correct, and Fury now with the arm wringer has the ringer on Bunkhouse Buck.
Danny, what I wanted to say earlier about Buck is, especially at times I've reffed him and he's had like a manager at ringside. He's been managed in the past by Ronnie P. Gossett Jr. He's very conniving. He gets away with a lot of stuff. He works behind the referee's back, and I'm sure he's going to do some stuff behind this young man's back also,
oh,
TJ.
Yeah. No doubt. You know, we've seen TJ officiating in the past. He's got a lot to learn. He puts up efforts, you know, very strong efforts every time he referees, but, you know, Bunkhouse Buck, he knows how to hide the illegal activities going on that TJ cannot pick up on or can't see.
The important thing for TJ as the official to moderate this match is he's got to stay focused, and that's one thing we've seen in the past is that he loses a little bit of that focus, and with a veteran like Buck will just manipulate him like crazy if he's not careful.
Right. That is for sure. That's no doubt about that. Nick Fury now, he's going to go in collar elbow tie up, and Bunkhouse Buck with the headlock clamps it on. Like I said, he's trying to ground Nick Fury, and this is a sound strategy. You know, I'm sure maybe he's heard a little bit about the reputation of Bunkhouse Buck, how he likes to, Bunkhouse Buck's heard the reputation of Fury, how he likes to fly around and real quick on the mat, and how he likes to, you know, utilize aerial tactics and things of that nature. So, and Buck is a very strong-suited mat wrestler as well as a brawler, so that's his best game plan, that's what I would say.
Now right here, Dan, you see Buck has got his boots on the bottom strand. He's getting that extra leverage, almost, you know, like a reverse Indian deathlock. He's got both those legs tied up, And the pressure he must be exerting on that young man's legs right now must be excruciating.
Oh, there's got to be a tremendous, tremendous amount of pain running through his body. And you know as well as I do that Nick Fury, his strong suit is using his speed and his agility, but by wearing down his legs, you know, he's not going to have the spring in those drop kicks with Buck doing this damaging battle on him.
And Danny won't be able to propel off the top turnbuckle if he climbs the top rope to deliver like a missile drop kick or a moonsault, anything of that nature.
Flying body press or anything. And Buck throwing a boot. Now he's looks like he's choking him and cutting off his air pipe.
We've seen Buck on the Superstation wrestling for World Championship Wrestling. He's wrestled independents. He was in the old Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Remember that, Danny?
That is correct. Yeah, he's wrestled practically all over. You know, he's been in Southeast, Continental, Smoky Mountain, WCW. Well-traveled, you know, no doubt.
The man has a lot of experience, and it's showing here. Now watch this. Watch this. I knew this was coming. Look at this, Danny. He's got his right hand extended, got the ropes. He's got him in an abdominal stretch. He's got that left leg grapevine, and he's pulling on that rope for leverage. Referee TJ cannot see that.
He hasn't picked up on it yet. I mean, I've noticed that he hasn't detected any of this yet. You know, he's I guess he can't, you know, he can't warn him if he can't see it.
He was able to leave some arsenal there at ringside. Let me pull the camera a little bit right there to the left. We see he's got a hat. He's got that bunkhouse rope. He's got his jacket. All kind of arsenals. This referee should not allow any of that stuff to stay at ringside.
And there you're hearing it from one of the most experienced officials in the Carolinas. So, you know, what you're saying, basically, he could use any of these things at ringside as a weapon.
Here's Buck with a half crab. Referee TJ missing that. He's not only is he leaning back on the young man, Nick Fury, he's also got his hand on the ropes.
On that middle rope, he's holding on for a ton of pressure. And once again, that leg is being taken away from Fury as Bunkhouse Buck continuing his ground attack. And he's got a knee drop. He goes right into the back of the hamstring, and Bunkhouse Buck tying up the legs. He's got an inverted bow and arrow type maneuver.
I just noticed something. There's an old cliche that we've used many times to describe when veterans get in the ring with young men. It's like he's stretching him like a pretzel.
Well, that's true. You know, I mean, and that's what he's doing at this point in time. You know, he's trying to overexert Nick Fury where he cannot. You know, as a result of getting pulled inside out, he can't battle back unless he somehow finds a ray of hope to turn this tide of battle.
And the fans have been taken out of the match, too. By him being on the offense the whole match, Buck has taken the fans out of this match.
And Fury is now on hard asphalt. Nothing but asphalt. Very unforgiving.
And here goes Buck outside the ring to attack him out there. Stiff kick to the gut.
Right into the midsection. Those are cowboy boots too, Jeff. Those are not regulation wrestling boots.
Right. And they're not like the Nike shoes that Nick Fury is wearing either.
Once he sees this on tape, I hope he purchases some boots.
From www.highspots.com. That's an unabashed plug there. Sorry, Danny.
Yeah, well, that's quite all right. Maybe he can catch a bus ticket to Charlotte and shop around. You know, that's how he got to Nashville. I guess that's enough of the inside jokes, but anyway.
Okay, back to live action. Buck in the ring posing with his braggadocio. I'm going to have to catch my lemonade bottle here, Danny. It's rolled away.
Okay, Jeff. Jeff losing his mini beverages. And in the meantime, Bunkhouse Buck kicks Fury in the back. Fury's laying on the asphalt. He's taking a horrendous pounding. And at this point in time, boy, it looks like Nick Fury, he's going to have to get up and find a way, try to find a way to turn this around. I mean, he's in a bad shape.
Fury goes head first in that top turnbuckle. Sorry for delay, Danny. I had to grab my Minute Maid lemonade. It rolled away, and it's about the only thing to keep me...
Must be a sponsor of the show I don't know about.
I'm getting real bad about that, aren't I?
Maybe. All right, Fury able to somehow choke Buck onto that top rope as he dropped down.
That was almost a stone-cold stunner on the top rope.
Sort of like, yeah. Dropped him throat first.
I think Fury's trying for a sunset flip here. Buck's holding on to the ropes. Oh, there he got him. 1, 2, no, a punch to the forehead breaks that maneuver up.
That lariat really turned him inside out.
Shades of Stan Hansen on that one.
I don't think nobody hit quite that hard, but still, he leveled him. I mean, there's been guys that lost their eyesight after they've been hit by Hansen.
Wow.
Consciousness, you know. I mean, he flipped him, no doubt, but
Buck could be going for the pile driver here. This move has been outlawed in many states. Wow, he planted him.
That he did. He dropped him right on his head. Bunkhouse Buck now making the cover. Only a 2 count.
Amazing that Nick Fury was able to roll that shoulder in time. I thought for sure that was going to be the fall.
Well, it probably should have been, but I mean, Fury, a game youngster. You know, I don't know whether to praise him for hanging in here or whether somebody ought to come out here and throw in a towel for him, because at this point in time, Bunkhouse Buck is really doing a number on him in a bad way.
I made a comment earlier tonight, win or lose, young Nick Fury was going to learn a lot from this match, and I hope he gets your copy of your videotape and is able to watch and learn from being in the ring. He'll see that Buck has pulled out a lot of stops to win this match.
Oh, yeah, he's disguised and hidden a lot of tactics. And Fury with a pair of punches. Whoa, Bunkhouse Buck got that boot out of his hand. Down goes TJ right across the head with the cowboy boot. That'll do it. 10 minutes and 53 seconds. Bunkhouse Buck cuts off a short-lived comeback for Fury. Buck able to end that attempted return of the tide of the battle. And Buck will get the win. All right, even the officials seem somewhat intimidated by this legendary competitor. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, Jeff. We're going to have something done here bad. Pile driver.
There's no excuse for this. There's no reason for this to be happening. Buck is like trying to teach a young man a lesson, and I don't know what he could learn from attacking him after the bell has sounded, after the fall has been rendered, and attacking him again with another pile driver maneuver.
He's already won the match. I think he's just trying to injure him at this point in time.
Exactly. It's almost like he's trying to cripple another opponent.
This time a young lion has fell to a longtime veteran, and Bunkhouse Buck gets the win. Nick Fury will probably need assistance back to the locker room.
The referee, TJ, is helping him right now out of the ring. He has been shaken up very badly.
There's Fury. He's stumbling away. It's obvious he's got his bell wrong.
There's some beautiful cars back there, Danny, right here at Spartanburg, Chrysler, Plymouth, Dodge.
That's true, Jeff, and I'm not interested to be in the market today. But, you know, this is brought to you by Spartanburg, Chrysler, Plymouth, and Dodge. Viper now making his way down to the ring. We've seen Viper in the past compete in the APW and the ECCW and now in UCW.
Danny, I've even seen Viper wrestle for UWA out of Lenore, North Carolina.
We did do a Legends tape for that